Days like this are when you need to be able to see clearly. Extra lighting on your bike is important. Lights make drivers aware you are there. So today I'm going to show you how to put some lights, auxiliary lights, onto my Tenere. Lights. This particular one's by Ambrother, 120 watts, 20 amp. So you need a 30 amp relay to fit them. However, I bought two sets for $30 from Amazon. You can't beat that. I've already fitted this set to the wife's bike, the Suzuki V-Strom, and they work absolutely brilliantly. So I'm going to put them onto my Tenere. Bought it brand new, and obviously it came bare. So as my journey progresses and I start to add things to my bike, like my crash bars, my fog lights, my pannier set and things like this, I'm going to record it and make videos of it, because there's very few videos out there regarding all this sort of stuff. So if you want to follow me and watch what it is that I do, watch how I progress with adding things to the bike, doing step-by-step process, please feel free to subscribe. Don't forget to add any comments if you've got any questions. I'll try and do my best to answer them. Alright guys, once you've taken your seat off and you found your Allen key, what's helpful to know as well is that actually inside here, the right hand side of your bike, if you undo this, 4 little nuts, they're quick release, they just turn on the spring. So in here, in case you didn't know, is your battery. Excuse me. And also, in here, is your toolkit. There we go. And out comes your toolkit. You have all the bog standards. 6mm Allen key, 2 Phillips, 1 flathead, double wrench, pair of adjustable grippers, and 3 spanners or 3 wrenches. I suggest you carry your own toolkit, and there's plenty of online places you can look to see what you need. Maybe I'll do a video on that at a later date. When you buy the Tenere, in here there's already a connector up there, 3-way connector. It's got a dead plug on it. You just take that off and either wire straight into it or buy one of these T connectors, which is what I purchased. It comes with a double plug like that, so and then 3 other wires that come off there, a live, a neutral, and a trigger wire. And I just hooked myself up then for my GPS system, and that goes up there. And now I'm going to do exactly the same with this. This will come off. There we go. Just pull that off, and there we go. That's exactly the same as those 3 wires there. So I'll just take my other connector, which I'll get in a second, and I'll connect that on there, and then wire my lights onto those on that wiring. So that's handy. The Tenere comes pre-wired. This is my T connector that I put in here so that I could wire up my GPS mount, which is up there, and then this is the 3-point lead that I'm going to use. I've got another connection to go on there that I'm going to fuse on the lights to go onto the bike. Got myself a set of brackets off Amazon. There's hundreds out there. Just get the ones that are right for you and right for your lights. I'm just going to put this on here like so, and then the light will connect onto it there. Far enough away so that the forks don't hit it when I turn the forks fully. They come with a series of different rubber mounts for different size bars that we're going to mount it to. There it is. Rails. Has a couple of bolts in here where it mounts. 2-part LED. And by the way, when you come to this is actually bracketed to take the bolt to lock it in and stop it from spinning. And that is pretty much it, apart from the wiring. So I'll just follow this in here, trace it up there, connect it directly into here into a relay that I'm going to put in there, which we'll go onto in a minute. I've brought all my wiring here and I've done all the connections because I know nobody wants to sit on YouTube watching this. Connections up here. So let's explain it to you. 2 white wires are my positive from either light. The 2 black wires are my 2 negative from either light. My blue wire and white wire are from my switch. So here's my 2 white, here's my lights, here's my switch, simple as that. Okay, first thing I'm going to do, show you my relay. Mentioned the relay earlier. What this does is allows the load, big loads, to be decreased and so on and so forth. I think I said earlier on that it was a 20 volt relay. It's actually a 12 volt relay and 30 amp is what I meant. Regular standard 4-pin relay. Now this is wiring diagram on here showing you everything. Be careful because this wiring diagram might not be in the same position as the actual pins themselves. So the pins are actually numbered around here, so be careful when you go to look at that. Alright, how are we going to wire this up? Let's go for it. Okay, so as I already mentioned, the Tenere comes with this dead plug. I bought myself a T connector, so the T connector is here. This is the connection part of the T connector, and all it simply does is plug onto there, so it's an extension of the cables. So on this we have red is the constant live, brown is the switch live, and black is the neutral. So what I need to hook up to my relay is I need a switch wire to come from the switch going into the relay on pin 86, which on this one is this one on the left. Going in on there. I'm then going to take my negative switch, sorry I'm not tall, I'm going to take my other switch from my positive switch from my lights on my battery, going to go into the pin on pin 87. Done. My live wire from the battery to the relay is going to go in on pin 30, and then my final negative is going to go in on pin 86. So that's how it's going to look when it's wired up. All I've got to do now is connect this to here. If you don't have one of these, you're just simply going to connect onto the wires that you attach here, however it is you decide to attach them. Take that, put that on there. Done. Now, once I turn the ignition on, everything should be live. Let's find out. You should be able to see this light right here. Okay, so ignition on. Again, the lights don't come on until I hit my switch, so I'm going to put my switch on, and there we go. Switch on, off, on, off, on, off. Alright guys, I thought I'd quickly do a little diagram about the relay in case you didn't quite grasp it from what I showed you. It could have been a little bit confusing. So here's my 4 little symbols: my battery, my switch, my relay and my lights. Relay drawn out with the pins and do it there. So the first thing I'm going to do is take positive from the battery to the switch. Then from the switch I'm going to go into my relay on pin 86, like that. Now, second thing I'm going to do then is take my negative wires from the battery, from the lights to the battery, both sets to there, and then I'm going to take my live wire from the battery around into pin 30. I take my positive wires from there to the lights in on pin 87. And pin 85 goes back to ground. And we're done. And we are done. All we need to do now is put everything back together, tidy it all up, tighten up all our lights and brackets once we get that done. I'm not going to be able to get out today and do that because it's absolutely hammering it down with rain still. So once I get out to do that, I will measure these to the correct height off the ground. Okay folks, like I mentioned about the distance for fog lights. Excuse my drawing, I was never classed as one as an artist. Okay, here's my front wheel, my forks, my handlebars, and my fog lights. No excuses. Okay, you want to measure from here to an object, say a wall, a garage door or something, 7.5 meters or 25 feet. You want to measure from the fog light to the ground and figure out what that distance is. At this distance, deduct 4 inches or 10 centimeters from this distance and make that mark on the wall there. That's where your fog lights should be hitting at 25 feet or 7.5 meters, 4 inches below directly the line. That way you won't affect other drivers, but you'll still get maximum view on the road. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. If you like my videos, please subscribe and hopefully keep watching.